Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope you and your families are happy and healthy. We're on the eastern shore of Lake Ontario, New York State. If you watched my last fishing video, you know the game. There's 127 species of fish in New York. If I get out of the house, get off my butt, try to catch every one of them, hopefully I'll lose a few pounds along the way. There's 14 kinds of minnows in New York State, so that would take care of a lot of species right there. So I got the urge to buy a minnow trap, but nobody wanted my money. The local stores were out of stock, and if I get one mail ordered to me, it would take about 10 days. So I'm going to attempt to make a homemade minnow trap and stuff some bread in it and see what we get. So I guess I should start off by saying if you're 10, 11 years old, don't do this without your parents. You can cut yourself really bad, really quick with a utility knife. So I used a utility knife to start my hole, and then I'm going to finish it with scissors. I wanted a 2-liter soda bottle, but this water jug will be good enough. And then behind it, you can see a small water bottle. I'm going to make a smaller minnow trap with that. I guess I said that wrong. With my smaller minnow trap, I'm going to use 2 water bottles. That'll give me a little bit more length. Now on the bigger minnow trap, I wasn't concentrating and I did a sloppy cut with the scissors. So now to make it straight, I've got to trim it, and that's making my minnow trap shorter and shorter. So if you do this or the next time I do this, I'm going to concentrate with my scissors and do a nice straight cut instead of keep trimming and trimming. All right, I've got the 2 pieces looking halfway decent. I'm going to stuff the top into the bottom. For some reason, minnows don't easily swim back out of that, whether it's a professional or homemade trap. And we'll hold the top and bottom together with a couple staples. We'll get the small minnow trap going, then we'll get down to the creek. I guess one last thing I'll do is to drill some holes in each trap. I don't want the traps to have any buoyancy at all. I want there to kind of be a flow. I don't want the minnow to feel like it's swimming into a goldfish bowl. I want the minnow to feel like water's flowing through. So this snake looks pretty fat. I don't know if it's pregnant or maybe it ate the last person to try to take a picture of it. So we'll try to get a little closer. I want to take video of every turtle and snake in New York State. So we'll try to do an identification without getting bit. The more you zoom in, the more blurry the picture's going to get. But I can see the patterns enough that I'm confident to say that's a northern water snake. This was my original idea right here. A couple days ago, I saw a lot of minnows here. Since then, it's rained. Everything's totally changed. There's absolutely no minnows here. We're going to have to find a different spot. So now I'm a foot away from 2,000 minnows. My first experiment is going to be to put some pieces of bread in the net to see if I can lure a minnow in. And they aren't having any of that. They're not going near the net. They couldn't care less about the bread. So the days turn out to be a total failure. I'm really not giving the traps enough time to do their work. You'd probably want to leave it overnight instead of just putting a trap down for 20 minutes. So I'm just about to go home. I pick up my small minnow trap, and I've actually got a minnow in it. So I'm not really happy with the bread. Over at the other spot, the minnows couldn't care less about it. So I'm thinking next time I go to the grocery store, maybe some dog food or some cheap fish pellets. And my minnow's not looking like a minnow. That doesn't look like any minnow I've seen before. Maybe that's a baby perch. When I see 9 stripes on the side of a fish, I think perch. This is where you can help me in the comment section. If you can identify the fish or I identify a fish wrong, leave a comment, tell me I'm stupid, and tell me what it is. My guess is that this little minnow I caught with a net is a golden shiner, but I'm not sure. Thanks again for getting me up to 1,000 subscribers. Now I'm going to shoot for 10,000, so please subscribe and give me a like if you haven't already.